Welcome back to an exciting installment of Smiles Per Mile. Today I'm going to talk about my experiences at the Carson City Manx Club event that was held in Minden, Nevada. It was a great event. It was an amazing event. I had a ton of fun. I met a ton of great people. I had some great dune buggy adventures. It was a 10 of 10 experience. My wife attended with me. This is my beautiful wife, Jocelyn. She has agreed to accompany me to the Buggies and Balloons event. Jocelyn, do you have anything to add?
I hate to say this, but it is my first buggy show, so I'm excited to see all the different buggies and all the hot air balloons, and yeah, enjoy the good weather.
I am not bringing my buggy. It was just easier to jump in my regular car and not tow my dune buggy. I am a buggy loser this time, but I'm more interested in meeting people and seeing their cars and not being distracted by my own car breaking down or parts falling off or whatever. So to get to Nevada from California, you kind of got to go through the Sierras. I felt like I didn't really need my dune buggy there, but now I kind of regret not bringing it. So we get to Minden, Nevada, we check into the hotel, and then we go to the event, which was held at kind of Fairgrounds, maybe the Douglas County Fairgrounds. Sorry, I've got dogs and they're just... The fairground facility was really nice. That whole area is just really pretty. It's this like big, valley with mountains kind of all around you. And every time I go to Nevada, I realize how pretty it is. I'm from California. I've lived in California my whole life, but that area is just beautiful. I get there and I'm just kind of checking things out. There's not very many dune buggies, as I think everyone is on some sort of fun run when I arrive. I just happened to strike up a conversation with someone who just kind of introduced himself. His name is Bob. We just start talking and he's got this beautiful bright yellow Manx sitting there, fully restored, and I think I just started asking him about his car.
Bob Hunter.
Bob Hunter, I'm Josh.
Josh. This is my grandson Nathan.
Hi, Nate.
I've had this one here, like I said, since '96, and it's been through Death Valley. It's been everywhere, and but we finally restored it and had Bruce sign the hood, and then we painted it, clear coated it. So it's just last weekend I put the final touch on it with the '66 Mustang seats. And now I'm completely done with the car. It's a 70 Manx. It's got the tag. It was made in August 1970. It's a Yuma yellow. This buggy here is a fibercraft body, and it was made in Reno by Jake LaFleur back in the 70s. Found it and I threw it together a bunch of stuff that I had laying. This is my beater buggy. This is what I take off-road on. It's Nate's little buggy, and say hi to YouTube.
Say hi to YouTube.
There you go.
How you light up the second generation or third generation out. Yeah, this is how you get them inspired to want to be a buggyist.
So I've been in the club since '96, '97. I joined in Winnemucca. I drug that white one down to Borrego on my first run, and that's when Bruce and Winnie had the trailer that had all the grills on it and stuff, and they fix your breakfast and served lunch out on the trail, and it was great. And I started helping them cook breakfast and stuff like that. So when Winnie and Bruce decided to hand the club over to the members, Winnie asked me to be the event coordinator because I had helped her in the past with stuff. So I became the event coordinator. Our very first event was up here in Lake Tahoe. Put on events down in Calico, down at Mammoth, Big Bear. I did the 50th anniversary event at Big Bear. All the board members that we have are just awesome people that are taking care of this club, and it's just an awesome...
Invested with the heart.
It is, sure is, yeah.
But really, you've really been the one that brought this club to what it is today.
There was doubts right there at that first Big Bear event, but we pulled it off, and it's been going strong ever since. People come up here to this event, and it's just like seeing old friends and family, and I can walk, oh man, I haven't seen them guys in a long time. It's awesome. It really fills your heart back up and just gets you back into loving the dune buggies because the winter's been so long. A lot of events for next year too. The Manx Club is just alive and well and growing, and got the future generations here driving their little Manxes around. I can't say enough. If you want to be a part of a car club that's more family oriented, and when it feels like family when you come to an event, because you do get to see old friends that you haven't seen in a while. And that's the whole big thing, is being a part of the Manx family. You can have any kind of dune buggy you want. You don't have to have a Manx. You can have a Firecraft body, or you can have a humbug. As long as you're street legal, you got license plates on it and insurance, you're welcome to join the Manx Club. It's what it's all about.
Just a great guy to talk to, very knowledgeable and just super friendly, and just really exuded what I've found to be the common attitude of people that are into dune buggies, and that is just willing to meet people and be friendly and help people. So I'm just kind of hanging out, and then Bob tells me, hey, no, there's buggies coming back here, and we're having the show and shine today. So as I'm kind of waiting, Bob and we kind of are talking. I meet his grandson, who's got his own little electric dune buggy, and he's, just running around, and he's obviously into dune buggies and just having a good time. Bob comes up to me and says, hey, tomorrow you don't have your dune buggy here, right? And I go, no. And he goes, well, I'd like you to drive mine. And so Bob had shown me he has 2 dune buggies. And so I'm definitely thinking the Fibercraft, I think, is the other one, which is like an off-road, as he described it, kind of a spare parts car. Him and some friends built to do rough off-roading. And he's pointing to his yellow car, which is immaculate. It's a street buggy. It's just beautiful. He goes, this one, the yellow one. I hesitated in my mind for half a second, and I look at my wife, and she's like, when I said, sure, I'd love to. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. It was an honor to drive this car. Just the paint, it was a bright yellow from a Toyota FJ Cruiser color, and then tons of clear coat over it. The styling was perfect. He had these old school center lines on it, street tires, Mustang seats that were all done in like a tan leather. He had a tan top. It's a neat car, as you can see. I was nervous because it was such a nice car. It just really spoke to me about how generous and friendly and welcoming dune buggy people are to someone he just met to drive his dune buggy. It was an amazing honor. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much for such a great day. Me and my wife had so much fun. She enjoyed herself more than she thought she would. So this is settled on Friday, and I'm excited, right? And I'm just hoping that Bob doesn't change his mind, which I would not have blamed him at all. I was nervous that I was gonna show up Saturday, and it's like, yeah, Bob took off. He said sorry. Luckily, that did not happen. Saturday, I get there in the morning, and Bob's there, and he's leading another fun run group, and not the street group. He went on kind of an off-road run in his other car. So he's like, yeah, everything's set. It's all gassed up. We had the driver's meeting where they Bob demonstrated the usher system. We head out and we go on this amazing drive. I want to thank the leaders of the street drive who were from that area. I want to say Stan and Stephanie. They were great hosts. They had picked out this perfect route, just beautiful scenery. The plan was to go to Virginia City. Virginia City is this really historic old west town. I think it's an old silver mining town. So we end up driving there. The last 5 miles, we go through this really sweepy area, and it's just perfect. And my wife remarked, she goes, this is like Radiator Springs. So I'm a big fan of the Cars movie, especially the first one. My son was a little guy when the movie came out. That was the time when he was kind of into cars. That he always had a car in his hand, and I'm just like, he's gonna be a car guy. He's not a car guy anymore, but at that time, as a little 2, 3, 4-year-old, he was obsessed with cars and the Cars movie. So we're driving through these canyons, and there's these rocks, and it's just so pretty. And it just reminded her of the movie Cars, and I was like, yeah, you're right. It was such a that little 5-mile stretch as we came into Virginia City. So we get to Virginia City, and there's a chili cook-off going on, and so there's just lots to do. There's a contest so you can try different chilies. The weather was perfect. It was crystal clear, not a cloud in the sky. It was just the perfect day. We tooled around Virginia City for a couple hours, had lunch, and then gathered back up and then headed back. That experience was just amazing. We continued on, and then one of the people in our group started to have some car troubles. Okay, so we are on the way back from Virginia City. One of the buggies has It's having carburetor issues, so in true dune buggy fashion, we are waiting for him on the side of the road, and our whole group is actually waiting for us just down the road, but we pulled over when he pulled over. So how you doing?
Good.
How's the adventure going?
It's adventuring.
This gentleman actually had an extra fuel pump. They change out his fuel pump, which on a Volkswagen is like 2 bolts, and sure enough, it fires up and he makes it back to the fairgrounds. One part I'm forgetting. So on Saturday morning, we actually stopped by this park where they're having a hot air balloon fest, and the whole town seems like is there. There's tons of kids, there's tons of hot air balloons. It was really amazing to see in person, to be right there. And it's a race. There's a whole, which I remember asking, I think I asked Bob, I go, how do they steer or drive? It's like, it's just the wind. So they go up, the wind pushes them wherever it pushes them, and they have a landing zone, and they're kind of trying to predict where they're going to get pushed. What a great area, what a great community. It was just, everything was, I don't know, really nice, and the weather and the people, everyone was friendly. Minden, Nevada is really, really awesome. If they have this again in 2025, I highly recommend going. I want to go next year. I want to bring my dune buggy. I hope all the same people are there. I hope to see all those people. Saturday, we end up back at the campgrounds, and then I was tired from the day, as was Jocelyn. I didn't stick around for the awards ceremony. So the next day, we ended up leaving in the morning and heading back to Stockton. It was a great experience. I can't stress it enough. I want to say thank you to the Manx Club, thank you to the organizers, and especially thank you to Bob for allowing me to drive your car. You're just an ambassador to dune buggies. He was just so friendly and welcoming and knowledgeable. Again, every event I go to, I get this vibe from pretty much everyone. I haven't had one person yet that turned me off of these events. Come into contact with anyone who isn't just having the best time ever, of sharing their love for dune buggies and camaraderie and, having a sense of adventure. Again, I got to commend the organizers for really describing what each run was and having tons of options. I'm really happy with the event or the run that I chose, but all the other ones sounded great too. It would have been fun to go in on one of the off-road runs, not necessarily in my car. And if I do an off-road run or a fire road again, I know to air down my tires. Yeah, what an amazing event. I feel honored to have gotten to drive Bob's car, which has a huge Bruce Myers signature across the hood. The history of the club just comes out in every event. They always make me feel welcome. I never feel like an outsider or excluded. Anyone who has a dune buggy, if they're having these events all over, hearing the next year's schedule is quite full. I would do this event exactly the way they did it. Virginia City was just so much fun. That area, Nevada, is just super beautiful, super pretty. I just had a great time. It was just so much fun. Upcoming things that are happening. So my dune buggy, I plan on taking it to the Big Bear event, which is coming up in July. In the middle of July. I'm hoping Brody goes during the summer so he doesn't have school, because that's always his priority, which thankfully I have just a great kid that is focused on school. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope to meet a lot more people. I'm so happy that I went to Pismo 2023. I plan on continuing to do that every single year. And I want to encourage anyone to attend an event, whether or not you have a dune buggy. There are tons of people with dune buggies with open seats, love to have you, and it's always offered. So if you don't have a dune buggy, but you're kind of thinking about it, or you're into them, or you're interested, come to an event. Come to the Big Bear Bash. That's going to be a ton of dune buggies. I'm going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. I hope you enjoyed the last few videos. It's been a long time since I made a video. I've been working, I've been tired. I try to make a video and I'm just too tired to do it. But so here you go. I can't wait to go to Big Bear. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Thank you for the support. And I hope to see you soon.